Each one of us needs professional advice and direction in order to build true wealth strategically. That's what our next guest has always tried to help us understand over the last, I think, almost 2 years. Sadly, this will be our grand finale with tax attorney and wealth strategist Rebecca Walser. She's back to help sum it all up for one last time. Maybe we're already talking about, I don't know, maybe we can get you back in a couple months. Yeah. But it's been such a privilege, I think, to be here with you over these last 2 years. You've really, what I've enjoyed about it is kind of how we traditionally think about money. Yep. You're changing that. And you're saying, don't think about it how we've always thought about it.
Yeah. Well, it's a sad day. You know, I'm sad. I love the Morning Blend family. I love being part of ABC. But, you know, just with the book tour and the book and everything, it's a little difficult.
You're a little busy these days.
It's a little bit busy, so hard to do a weekly show, right? But, you know, I do want to recap, Carly, all the things that we've tried to convey, you know, and really my book, Wealth Unbroken, builds a case. And you know, I get interviewed a lot. I was like, what is your book about? And I'm like, it's interesting because I build the case as a lawyer. Like, I literally built a case with facts and figures as a lawyer, trying to convince you that this is why I'm seeing this, and I hope you see it too. And if you do see it, then you do have to start building your wealth differently. I think the biggest takeaway is that, and I was just literally, you know, watching the congressional hearings with the Federal Reserve Chairman that happened, you know, yesterday. And the truth is that it's so clear, even if you just listen to any government hearings, that we cannot sustain what we've already built. And certainly now with $1 trillion of deficits projected for the next decade, you know, we're going to be in the $30 trillion range. And so pre-tax wealth is really suspect in 2018. And that's your 401k. So the takeaway from it overall is contribute to your match, get the free money, and then beyond the match, pre-tax wealth building is really not a sound advice in 2018 for America.
Well, and it's interesting too, because what I've learned about you, and I know what you're so passionate about, is looking at the history, right? What's been done, really making sure we understand what got us here. And I think that change over to the 401k, we haven't seen the other side of this yet.
We haven't.
And unfortunately, what it's going to do for people.
I know. Well, the 401k, as we talked about before, came about by accident. It was really designed as a tax dodge for corporate executives, highly compensated individuals, and then it sort of got rolled out to all of America without any kind of studies or mathematical testing.
It was new.
Exactly. And now we're 30 years after that, and a little over 30 years, and the boomers are starting to retire, and they're going to start seeing the boomers in and of itself. It's kind of like a catch-22. It's their retirement that's going to actually bring about the crisis on our tax code, because there's going to be so much more tax revenues going out than tax revenues coming in. And you know, when we talked about 2 weeks ago, a couple weeks back, where we said we weren't supposed to hit the 2-to-1, 2 workers for every 1 person on Social Security until 2030, and it happened in December of 2017. So we're like 13 years ahead of schedule. And so all these things are starting to happen. But the really scary thing, Carly, is 70% of the boomers are going to retire between the years of 2022 and 2027 in that 5-year period. That's where the crunch of them. So we've only got 4 years where we really start seeing these effects. And that's what's really scary.
So how do you sleep at night? I mean, seriously, I mean, you see the big picture. You understand this probably most than what most people do. Yep. What do you do? What's the action plan from here on?
The action plan is to tell as many people as I can, get the message to as many Americans as possible. We've got Canadian television that wants to hear it. I mean, it's kind of crazy because it has nothing to do with them, but I don't know, they have their sister relationship.
It'll affect the world. What happens in America, it will affect the world.
You're so right. So we're just, the message is the book and getting it out to as many people as we possibly can.
Well, and as we wrap up here, so what is next for you? Obviously, we won't be seeing you here on the Morning Blend as much, but you're still going on the book tour, traveling across the country.
The book tour is happening, and there might be some national TV coming. So, yes.
Well, again, it's been really a pleasure to have you here over the last 2 years. If people want to find out more or get in touch with you, you'll still be here in the Bay Area, right?
Our corporate office is still here, practice is still here. We're just trying to spread the message out. But yes, we are still here, and we'd love to hear from our Tampa
people. So you're still welcoming people to call, and get those consultations in and figure out what you're doing now, how you can change it, and
love to help people, Carly. That's the passion. That's the mission.
All right. Well, best of luck to you.
Thank you, Carly.
We look forward to let's get her back in a couple months, get an update, and again, you can see all of our past segments on our website as well. So thanks, Rebecca.
Thanks.